My secret to success is continually learning. I think that life is a journey of continuous improvement, and that's how you become successful, is by continuing to learn lessons on a day in, day out basis.
If I was Prime Minister one day, I would focus so much on making the gender pay gap smaller. I think that women in the UK in particular are one of the most untapped resources of talent. And I think that we could solve so many problems and businesses could really thrive if they tapped into that talent.
Sorry, I'm cringing. I don't know. I try to take as positive and forward-thinking approach as I can to failure, and I try and think about what are my next steps going to be and start taking action right away rather than dwell on the negative.
I think the leaders of tomorrow are going to be more empathetic and considering more diversity, inclusion, and having more female management at the top.
If I were Prime Minister for a day, I'd try and create programmes that actually listen to the people who work for different organisations and literally spend time knowledge sharing and speaking to people on the front lines, like hear from nurses about their stresses, rather than leading from a top-down budget perspective. Start leading from a bottom-up, inclusive listening perspective, because I think structures often stop innovation.
I don't really want to be Prime Minister. What's my secret to success? I would say the main thing is confidence. I think if you approach anything with a lot more confidence and assurance that you are kind of good enough and capable to do it, you are more likely to be better at your job and able to succeed much more quickly.
I think every failure is a lesson. Every pressure is a privilege. And I think as long as you learn something from it, a failure isn't really a failure.
I think the leaders of tomorrow will be different from the leaders of today because they're going to have to be more empathetic and more adaptive. We live in an increasingly complex world, and those are the two qualities that I think are going to distinguish really great leaders from the rest of the pack.